Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, where we're checking out the Gotfriends Crosskart. We are out in beautiful Moab, Utah, where we're going to test this cart out to its limits on the popular trails Moab's known for. This Suzuki GSX 1300R Hayabusa 1298cc Gen 3 has a 6-speed automatic or automated manual transmission, 187 horsepower rated 4-stroke, liquid-cooled dual overhead cam inline 4, and it even has a nitrous oxide injection system. Its top speed is a whopping 140 miles per hour and has a range of 250 miles, only burning about 20 miles per gallon. The fuel tank itself holds 12 gallons, while the nitrous tank only holds 1. Enough with the details, let's drive it. All right, here we are with the Crosskart, and we're gonna walk up to it, and I'll show you what you can do. You can just simply change out the wheels if you want by just touching them. So a lot of options there with that. You also have the headlights you can change out. Off-road lights can be changed out. Same thing with the spoiler as well, and the antennas. Put little flags on there if we want. I personally like these antennas, so we're gonna stick with those for now. But yeah, the model is fantastic. It's a ton of fun to drive. We're gonna go around here on the trails and check it out. Fires up just like that. Now we can go ahead and rotate our wheel back this way. I'm going to show you what it's like to operate this with a wheel. I do have it set up for that, and they do give you some options in the actual documentation that comes with it. We're using the manual transmission today, so we're going to check that out, but I'm going to shut up. I'll show you a little bit of gameplay with the wheel. There you go. And that was using a little bit of nitrous there. You saw a couple times. I was hitting it thinking I would press it down, but you don't have to do that. You just press it once and it opens up that bottle, which is pretty darn cool if you ask me. But a ton of fun to drive and to check out the trails and to see these different parts of the world from the ground. You know, this would have been cool to have when we did the Area 51 video, but nonetheless, we have it here today to showcase. A big thanks to Gotfriends for sending me the Crosskart to check out for all of you. I've been having a ton of fun with it, and it wasn't too bad. You can see the traction control kick in there. I mean, look at that. We're almost red line there in second just on that. So, boy, this trail is kind of crazy, isn't it? Let's get some speed here. We'll hit a jump or two so you can see just how easy it is to hit jumps and get air. And I'm going to shut up and just drive as we almost go off the side of the road while doing so. Let's drop it down there. Here we go. And let's go ahead and just shut it off, and we'll get out and explore. So one of my absolute favorite things in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 is the ability to get out of any airplane or vehicle in this case and just walk around and enjoy the sights. And this is a perfect addition to the hangar, even though it's an off-road vehicle and not an airplane, to, you know, basically explore trails and different places that you just can't get in with an airplane. And this is one of those kind of deals. Look at how beautiful this area is. It's on my bucket list one day to visit Moab and check it out. So this is pretty close to seeing what it would be like if we were actually out on these trails walking around. And if you've been here before, let me know in the comments below just how accurate it is, and what your adventures in Moab were like. Man, this is a beautiful shot right here. Look at that with the moon and everything. Very cool stuff. All right, let's continue down the trail. Now we do have headlight options. We have the lows and we have the highs. The lows are set to the taxi lights and the highs are toggle landing lights. We do have a handbrake on the right-hand side too. If I press the A button, you can see that's to pull the handbrake, and we'll do that here on the next drive. And we also have the N2O bottle here that we can actually turn on and off, which is another nice feature. Here's what the lights look like. If I turn the taxi lights on, there's the front lights, and then the uppers are turned on by those landing lights. But very cool that you can turn these on individually with just the press of a button. And I know it's nothing brand new when it comes to you know, using taxi lights and landing lights that way. You can do that with airplanes, but in a driving a car in this sim sense, it's pretty neat to have that, you know. All right, we had to find the brake pedal there for a second. I love the sounds, and you'll notice in the outside view earlier whenever I was showcasing that. Let's hit the NOS here. Nitrous just is insane on this thing. We'll close it off there. Oh, hello. Oh, heard a little bit of the brakes locking up there as we continue down this trail. But yeah, the addition of the off-road mechanics on this particular vehicle is night and day from, you know, when I drove the Ram truck for the Area 51 video. So this has really good off-road physics, and we're going to hit some big jumps in a little while. I have not scouted this area out, so I'm not really sure where it all goes, but we're just kind of following the trail for now. All right, now I found ourselves back in this area here, and there was a big fork in the road, so we have options. But we're going to go ahead and use the e-brake, and I'll show you what that's like. It just pretty much stops you, like, immediately, for the most part. But a ton of fun to drive, I gotta say. I've been having a blast with this thing, and I think you will too. If this is something up your alley and you've been wanting to find a trail vehicle, well, this is the best driving experience I think I've had so far in this sim. That's not even designed for driving, but you know, with the new addition of the ground detail being as high as it is, it makes this a real enjoyable experience. And remember, we're just, you know, on a one-to-one recreation of the world, of the globe. So the sky's the limit of where you want to go and explore. And I just chose a place that had trails. I know, you know, Moab's known for that. But if you know other places, you know, those are options too. Also, with the steering, I did not turn my sensitivity up, which I probably should have. So it kind of feels like I'm driving a bus by default. But that's okay. I'm used to it after driving it for a while, so it's not so bad. But the more I drive it, the more I'm like, I really think the engine sounds need some work. I think they're great, you know, having engine sounds in general sounding this good, changing gears and stuff. But when they're this close, it feels like they can be, you know, right over the, you know, they could raise the bar on that by just giving us some more oomph. I can't explain it, but I think the engine EQs are just a little flat. The crackles and pops and all that stuff from the pipes, that's a nice touch. I do really like that, but yeah, on these higher RPMs, you know, you're gonna be driving it a lot right here, and It just kind of has like a tinny sound to it, I suppose. Boy, we are flying down this trail right now. Look at this. Okay, little brakes there, but that's all right. Keep it going. If I get a nice open spot here, yep, we're going to open it up. Come on, baby. 90 miles an hour there. That was fast. Slow down for this corner here. And we head back this direction. I mean, yeah, look at the suspension and how it moves. It's really well done. It really is. It's very impressive for being a flight sim, you know? All right, I'll show you some more wheel gameplay. Man, this thing is a ton of fun to tear up the trails with, I gotta say. We're gonna go across this field, and there's some water over here, and we're just gonna play around in that and see what that's like. But I am just so blown away by, you know, the ground detail in this sim. Every time I get out and just walk around, I'm like, I feel like I'm here. Like, it is just so wild. I absolutely love it. All right, let's do that. Let's go over this way. Let's see what the off-road is like in this thing at a high speed. Our first crash, and we landed it. Wow. Oh, there you go. All right, let's go back over to that water. So the water effects were pretty good. Let's go through it again here. That is so cool. Oh, it slows it way down too when you're in the water. But that is a ton of fun to do. I will say that. I think I spotted some animals. Let's go check them out. Right over here behind us on the right. Is some deer or something over here? It looks like it. Oh yeah, it's deer, and they're running. They're running from us. Look at them go. Oh, that's amazing. Look at that big old buck right there. My little buck. Slow down, slow down. There we go, second gear. We'll easily be able to get him on second gear. There we go. Look at them go. They're freaking out. You can terrorize the animals here as well. He got separated from the pack. Where's the group at? Over here now? Easy, little guy. Easy. Look at this dude. I love the animals in the new sim, man. I absolutely love it. The animations are really good too. But yeah, no, they're terrified of this thing. They don't like the Crosskart at all, which is fine. We'll leave them be in all their glory. All right, let's shut this thing off. And we're going to go ahead and hop out. But there you go, folks. That is a look at the Gotfriends Crosskart. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. I'll have it linked if you want to check it out yourself. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.